Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave coming at you live from Germany. That's right. We got a very special Dead on Dave live tonight because, like I told you guys, the foray into YouTube drama was not going to be a complete inundation of such. I was never going to come in here and just every day give you YouTube drama news. That's just not my bag. I still want to do a lot of wrestling. I still want to do a lot of sports, video games, all of that stuff. However, when something interests me, like it did with Zoe Berger not that long ago, I can't help it. I'm going to want to talk about it, and that's just the reality of the situation. And we have that situation today because there is something that's happening in the YouTube community right now that just kind of grabbed me by the nutsack and said, you must talk about it, because I find it so ridiculous, so silly, and so over the top. Like, the response to this is so insane. But before I do that, I'm going to be talking about Scarce today. And before we do that, it's very important to me, and I mean this 100%. I saw on Twitter that Scarce lost his cat, his longtime cat, today, and he was very upset about it. And I feel bad for him. I feel absolutely awful because I understand. Recently, about a couple weeks ago, we lost this little guy. This is our bunny Spike. This was our last bunny that we had. We had him for over 12 years. Amazing rabbit, great friend. And I'm still not over it. I'm ready to cry right now just talking about it. So 100%, I empathize and I sympathize with Scarce today. And I don't really want to... this is not about beating up on Scarce, by the way. There's nothing beating up on Scarce. What happened was very simple. On an edition of Drama Alert, Keemstar put at the beginning of the title, "Is Scarce gay?" And then through the course of the video, they showed a clip of Scarce reacting to one of the FaZe members' abs, and Keem very quickly said, "What, he's gay?" and just laughed and laughed and laughed. I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. When I heard that he had called Scarce gay, I actually was going to be doing a much different video because I'm like, why is he continuing to do stuff like this for? But it really didn't seem like a big deal to me. I watched it, didn't do anything. I was just like, okay, not a huge deal. Then I went over to Scarce's channel, and Scarce posted a video where he puts at the beginning of the title, "Scarce is gay." So question mark. And then he talks about Leafy. But the first half of the video is him responding to gay allegations that were never really even made by Keemstar. I found the entire thing unbelievably comical because I've never once thought that Scarce might be gay. Not for 1 second. And it doesn't matter if he is or not. The bigger issue is Scarce is unfucking believably awkward. And that's coming from a fairly awkward guy who wears Stay Puft Marshmallow Man hats and elf ears and all kinds of stuff. I've got a smiley face gavel. I mean, like, I am pretty goddamn awkward. So I'm giving Keem a pass on that. I don't think that he really did anything wrong other than use clickbait while all week all he's been doing is calling out clickbait. I mean, he put Scarce is gay at the beginning of the title and then literally glossed over it. That's clickbait, but I mean, it's okay. Not a big deal. The Scarce reaction, the response to it, I found much more interesting because he really did go on and on and on about the whole situation quite a bit. And I think just because of his reaction and his kind of very awkward and weird way that he responded to it, if anything, I think he raised more questions for people who might have been on the fence. I don't think anybody saw the video about him and FaZe and thought he's gay. I don't think anybody thought that except for fucking Keemstar, who's just laughing because that's what Keemstar does. It's not a big deal to me. But the response, I think, gets people talking, gets people wondering, gets people involved in such in a way that I don't even think was necessary. The rest of Scarce's video was, I thought, much more interesting, talking about Leafy and all of that. It was actually a pretty well done video, which is not always the case with Scarce videos. I mean, they can be very boring at times. I like Scarce, and I like what he's doing with Zoe Berger as of late. All the videos, the vlogs, and everything that he's done, wearing suits. I mean, like, I like this, and I applaud Zoe Berger for like getting him out there and making him look like a real goddamn person and stuff. It's wonderful. It's great. It's really, really cool to see. So I like what Scarce is doing right now. I think it's pretty cool. But at the same time, when you react and respond to something like this, you raise more questions than anything else. I think the biggest thing that anybody can learn when you're on YouTube, and look, I know I'm a fat shit, nothing of a channel that's unbelievably lucky at the moment to be in a position that he's in. I get that. I'm not one to tell any other gigantic YouTuber like fucking Keemstar or Scarce or anybody else how to deal with YouTube fame. But it seems like so many people are dealing with it badly. And there's one thing that seems to be the culprit all the time. Insecurity. Insecurity seems to be the biggest issue with YouTubers. It's unbelievable to me how many of these people who have made money, who have legions of fans, who have people who will fucking fight and troll and just go to the mat on YouTube for them, that they can be so insecure. You've got to own who you are. I'm a fat shit guy. I didn't like the fact that I was fat anymore, so what did I do? I tried to lose weight. I've lost 70 pounds since June, and I'm proud to tell all you about it. I'll fucking bang my gavel all the goddamn time about it. I'm going to keep touting it. I'm going to keep losing weight, and I'm going to keep on looking more and more sexified. That's what I'm going to do. That's the way I decided to deal with it. And anything else, I own. I look like a fat shit nerd, so I do fat shit nerd stuff. Not because I'm trying to placate the stereotype, because I enjoy all of this shit. Love it. Love it. So I own it. And that's the biggest thing that I just don't see people doing on YouTube. They don't own anything. They want to like try and pass it in every direction instead of just saying, boom, give it to me. I'll take it. The one happy cascade in the chat says they need to learn from Filthy Frank and iDubbbz. Fucking A, right they do. And even to an extent, how about Chad over there, Anything for Views? He owns exactly who he is. And I'll tell you, I could have been that guy in another life. When I was a kid, I was the fat kid who you could pay to do anything. Even in the Army, I got paid $42 to do a truffle shuffle on top of a Humvee. $42 well earned. Actually, it was $36 and like 7 or 8 euro. I was like, can we get some euro up in here? It's crazy. It's pretty crazy. So I could have been that guy, but even he owns it. And iDubbbz certainly owns all of the things about him. When iDubbbz first started, he was a lot skinnier than he is now. iDubbbz, the older he's getting, he's starting to put on a little bit more muscle mass. He seems to be a lot more confident with who he is. That's impressive to me. That's what we want to see. I think YouTubers are so worried about the fact that the older that they get, the less relevant they're going to be. But I think it's the opposite thing that's happening. I think that there is a very good opportunity for these YouTubers, including myself, Tommy, Clown, and everybody who will be hopefully growing with you guys over the next few years, maybe even longer. I think there's a really good opportunity to make a connection, establish a true connection with you guys, and you can see and appreciate how we change and grow as human beings. I mean, that's interesting to me. That's why radio has always fascinated me, is because when you stick with guys for a long time and you hear what they say and you watch what they're doing and you see how they respond to getting older and making different decisions, that shit is amazing to me. That is unbelievably fascinating. And I think that's a really cool thing to see. And I want to see more YouTubers do that. This is a very young medium. And I get that it's a young man's game and there's a lot of young people in there who don't really know how to deal with money and fame and especially this type of fame, which really doesn't have any borders or boundaries yet. Hollywood, music industry, all those things have boundaries. They all have rules. YouTube doesn't have rules. We got people crossing over into different platforms, and in fact, from those other platforms, crossing back over into YouTube. So it's very hard to establish the boundaries, and nobody really knows exactly what to do with what they're getting, because it's still so new. It's a snowflake. It's a flower. It's a budding flower. Nobody really knows what it's going to look like when it opens. So no one really knows how to feed it properly or water it, or how much sunlight. We're all just kind of fucking throwing all of our shit all over the flower and hope that it's an orchid and just going to... That's what we're hoping for. But nobody really knows how to deal with it. So Instead of just fucking around and, you know, trying to stick your dick in every little hole and throw every little bit of shit at the wall, learn the lessons from the mediums that came before you and take a note from that and realize that the best thing you can do with any type of fame is simply fucking own who you are. Own who you are. People seem to enjoy that. People seem to gravitate towards it. People seem to accept you when they know that not much is going to fuck with you. I had a guy on Twitter today tell me, you know, I hope that you're understanding that what you're stepping into, that the trolls are coming at you. Look, I've been on YouTube for over 2 years. At 100 subs, I had trolls. I got a troll king who calls in almost every show. Last episode he called in, he had his 5-year-old niece tell me that I sucked. I get it all the time. Here's the thing. The trolls don't bother me. They don't bother me one fucking iota. Why? I was in the army for almost 10 fucking years and I was fat almost every day of it. Do you really think there is much anybody could say or do to me that's really going to upset me that much? No, there's really not. I just simply don't care. And I'm not saying that's for everybody. Look, emotions are very real. There are things that hurt my feelings. I have serious empathy for my friends, for people on YouTube. Look, I started this show by trying to, in my own half-ass backwards way, console Scarce, the very guy that I would go on to talk about, I should say. Because I empathize with his situation. I'm a very emotional guy. Tommy C will certainly tell you that. My wife will tell you that I'm basically a vagina. It's okay. I own that. But I don't let the shit on here bug me and hurt me and make me fucking crazy. Why? Because it's not going to do you any good. It's just going to expose you. It's just going to make people come at you harder. Question whatever you're trying to defend harder. Scarce, that video that you made today or yesterday, you put more questions about your sexuality than had you not addressed it at all, because I got to be honest, Keemstar barely glossed over it. And that little bit of a comment sent you on a 4-minute tangent trying to prove your innocence of being gay, going as far as talking about how even if you were, your family wouldn't care and you're not religious, and you went to all these different, you didn't need to do that. One of these would have sufficed. Like a 2-second video at the beginning of it. Oh, so Keemstar said I was gay. Fuck you. That's it. It's covered. It's done. And what is he going to do? What is he going to do? What can he come back with that? He'll giggle, because that's what Keemstar does. I think Keemstar does more things for the sake of his own entertainment than he does for any other reason. I really believe that. It's fucking amazing to me. It's amazing to me. Big shout out to the chat. We got a bunch of people up in here, and I appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you go on Twitter. Let everybody know that you're watching the Copious Fat Man do his thing. Hit that like button if you've yet to do it. Show a little bit of love to the channel. I want to draw some attention to a couple of things real quick. We have a promo video, and maybe I could, you know what? Can I think I play it. Yeah, it's ours. I can play it. Let's play this promo video that was made for Catch 33. It's fucking amazing. It is really, really great stuff, man. I want to make sure I get the guy's name right, too, who made it. I do not want to make any mistakes with this, because he did such a great job, and I'm so happy. The Lord Vega, he made this video, and it is astonishingly good. So check this out real quick, and I'll be right back. It's 22 seconds. Check it out. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself while I play the video. I gotta get it up because I'm terrible. Yeah, get it up.
They can do their own cast. I'll do my own cast.
Come do a new podcast with us.
What do you think, Dad, on Dave?
Well, I wish I wasn't wearing a Stay Puft Marshmallow hat when I got this news. Fucking amazing. Amazing. That is so great. The Lord Vega on Twitter. Go follow him. Amazing job. Absolutely amazing. At The Lord Vega. I am so blown away by it. It is awesome. Make sure you check that out, okay? Very, very cool stuff. So let's give a shout out to everybody who's here, and then we're going to take some calls, questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, quotes, quips, and all of that in between. Monsta is here. Isaiah Ross is here, even though he hates me. Mr. H, Father Colossal. Matthew Loving is here. So is Fish. Mr. X, Carl Gibney. Matt Snaw is here. So is Parallel Kush. Ben Miller's hanging out. Appreciate that, buddy. We got The Realist Fates Gaming is hanging. Poxies is here. We got Ree's Puppet. Lurking Aeon is here. That's my gal. She's my co-host, one of my co-hosts, along with Jake Link on Nerd and the Jerk, which is weekly now, folks. Make sure you're checking Nerd and the Jerk. We'll be out on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're there for that. Aeon's kicking ass there, taking names. She's going to blow up, son, because she is unbelievably funny. C-Man is here. So is Pip Scotland. Andy Shoemake is here. Kumar Jenkins. Kenyon Lovan. We got all kinds of people. Drop a fucking like, guys. Gray is here. Dave, have you ever played Donkey Kong 64 or Banjo-Kazooie on the 64? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Pretty damn great games. Pretty great games. Skylar Blues hanging out, says Dave. So is Sleeping Angels. TKO Rising. Ultra Joe is here, who approved. He liked the video that D Lord Vega did. And coming from Ultra Joe, who might be one of the best, if not the best, graphic artist on the platform right now. That's a hell of an endorsement. So we really appreciate that. So pretty damn cool. Joshua asked Dave, what do you think of Mania being in New Orleans for 34? It's being reported it'll be there for 34. Yeah, I think that's a great place. New Orleans has always been a great place for WrestleMania. So I think it's a wonderful venue for it. It works. So, all right, let's open up them phone lines for you guys to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about in the world of YouTube, sports, me. I like when you talk about me. Yourselves, pop culture, whatever the case may be. Call in now on Skype. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA. And of course, the number 702-751-2902. Make sure you go ahead and use it now. Let's go ahead and take some calls. First one, 210. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Yeah, hi. I just I have a question about the Catch 33. I saw the new trailer for it, and it looks really amazing. Do you know who your first guest is going to be?
The first show is going to be guestless. It's just going to be us. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of different things, whatever's going on YouTube. I'm sure we'll touch about what happened, a little bit about Baited. I know Clown doesn't want to talk about it too much, but I would be surprised if it does not come up. And I think that's going to be it for the first episode. No guest is planned for the first episode, but we got some really heavy hitter names coming in the future.
Oh, awesome. Do you know why Tommy hasn't made his response yet?
Yes, I do. Tommy, and he put a video out on Twitter. He doesn't really want to talk about it too much, I'm sure. Tommy is fucking sick, man. I've known the man 8 years. I've never heard him sound as bad as he did earlier. When I called him, he was literally, this is how it sounded. I was like, yeah. I mean, like, he's got really bad asthma, and he's got a bunch of stuff. I feel awful for him. Make sure you guys go hit Tommy C up on Twitter and tell him hashtag Fat Man says get well soon. That's a lot. No, fat guys. No, just get well soon. Fuck it. Get well. Feel better. Fucko. Something like that. Somebody come up with a very more clever goddamn Twitter thing hashtag than I could come up with, and everybody get behind that movement. I don't know what the fuck. Somebody come up with something in the fucking chat. You guys are good at that. What else you got for me, Miss 210?
So the person that's going to do the channel art, is it the same person that was doing the channel art for Baited, or is that just he's just going to stay with Baited? Do you know?
Now, Ultra Joe is the guy who did it for Baited, and he is staying with Baited. We've got a new guy. I forgot his damn name.
Is it the Lord Vega?
Yes, the Lord Vega. Yes, the Lord Vega, who did the graphics that you're seeing. You saw a little bit earlier on this channel, and if you've been watching, you saw it. And also the new channel art that's on YouTube. He did all of that. He did a fantastic job.
And I'm sure you probably already announced it, and maybe I just missed it. But when is the first episode going to come out?
Sometime this week, I would have to guess. It really all depends on Tommy's health at this point. He's going to the doctors tomorrow, which is not a very common occurrence. So, yeah, it all depends on how he feels. If he feels better, we'll get it out as soon as we can. And we just were waiting for the holidays to end and everything. And now that it has, now it's just Tommy's a little sicky. And then when he's feeling better, we're going to knock it out. It'll be up very soon. I promise you that.
Okay, well, I mean, that's all I got. I just want to say I can't wait to hear it and just wanted to call in.
Me either, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, and thanks for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. You have yourself a really good night.
You too.
Take it easy. All right. We are taking your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. And, of course, number 702-751-2902. I want to hear from you guys. Call in now. Give me all that you got. Put it all over my face, neck, and chest because you know I like it. Oh, by the way, if you do, by any chance, want to support the channel, there's many ways that you can do it. You can go ahead right at the bottom of the screen. You can see www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com, where you can get all of the wonderful Dead on Dave merchandise you could possibly ever hope for. You can get that there, so check that out. Also, just hitting a like and subscribing to the channel is a great way to support. And if you are so inclined, you can also donate to the channel right in the description box. There's a link. And if we get to $100 in any given show, you guys know what time it is. It's Carolina Reaper time, Carolina Reaper time. And nothing's better than a Carolina Reaper live. But that's all for later. And if you guys want to, please feel free. Yogi, next caller, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hello,
hey,
Dave.
boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Dave, it's creepy Uncle Yogi again. How you doing?
Hi, it's Uncle Yogi. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Do you really agree that 2016 was a really bad year?
In some aspects, I think yes. For me personally, it was basically the best year I've had since I was medically retired from the Army. You know, it was a great year for me personally, especially the end of it.
I think it was a pretty good year as well.
Yeah.
I think I became a man this year.
Oh, did you? Like, you fucked or you became 21?
No, actually, my penis fell out in a Taco Bell.
Oh, that's not good.
Well,
I think detachable penis syndrome is something you want to go see a doctor about. Usually.
No, not like that, Dave.
Well,
Jesus.
I'm just saying they're not supposed to come off. I mean, they're not a fig. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know biology. I'm not very smart.
Yeah, same. It'll fall off in the shower. It's all right.
Right. If it turns black before it, like a fucking a grape that's just stayed on the vine too long, and it crumbles off, that is a severe problem, and you really want to go get that checked. So how did you become a man this year? I want to know that. You said you became a man. How did you become a man?
I know because if I were younger, then like I would have reacted differently when first of all, when I got in there, I ordered my stuff and then I sat down and I didn't know my wiener was hanging out the whole time.
Oh, okay.
And the way I found out was there was an old lady in the corner of the room just kind of looking at my lap and looking back at me. So I know when I was young, if I were younger, I would react differently. I'd get very like, oh no, I need to run to the bathroom. I need to cover my face and stuff like that. But I reacted like, oh, thank you, and then I tucked it back in.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah.
I was prepared to make fun of you, but I got to say, I think that is a pretty damn good indicator of knowing when you've reached maturity. I don't know about adulthood, but maturity. When you no longer like shake your wiener around when somebody tells you that it's out, I think you just kind of just put it away and go, oh man, these things happen. Yeah, you may have hit a new level of maturity. So congratulations and thank you for sharing, Yogi.
Thank you. I just want to share it with you, Dave.
Well, I appreciate that. I like you too, man. Thank you very much. You have yourself a good night, buddy.
You too.
Take it easy. It's actually a really good barometer of maturity because I'm pretty sure right now if I was told my wiener was out, I would probably try to make it fucking go around like a tassel. Yeah, you've seen me do it. Yeah, like if there was something I can attach to it too. Like if this ball was on a string, I'd probably wrap it around and try to make it go in circles, go one way then the other like a fucking propeller. Yeah, I don't know. You're more mature than I am. Congratulations. So good stuff. Let's take another caller. C-Man, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
The fuck's up, homeboy?
What's up, homecoming Kang?
How you doing, man?
I am freaking fantastic. I'm having a great day.
Yeah, man, that's good. So what the fuck's up with Keem doing all this shit that he used to cry and piss and moan about?
It's just like, Keem being Keem, man.
it's hilarious though. Like I can recall multiple occasions of him talking shit on people that A, disabled a like bar, B, deleted comments, and we all know he's been fucking bitching about the clickbaiting shit. And you talked about it earlier, his video on Scarce, and
very
that was just
very clickbait.
Yep.
But it doesn't bother me. Hypocrisy on YouTube stopped bothering me like the day after I got on YouTube. I was like, fuck, all these hypocrites. And I'm like, wait a second. They're all hypocrites. So what I do now is I simply try to mitigate my own hypocrisy. If I can try not to be as hypocritical as most of the people that are on YouTube, I think I'm doing okay by comparison. So that's how I try to deal with it.
No, it's disappointing, man. Like, just the past couple months, I've been losing a lot of respect for Keem. It started with the work with the Zoe Burger shit, man, and then it just seems to keep going downhill from there.
Hey, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, when it comes to Keemstar, I think you have to ask yourself, where's the line of entertainment and where's the line of insulting for the sake of entertainment? And if you're not comfortable where that line is, you simply click off. That's the beauty of YouTube, man. I love this fucking platform. I love it because it's ultimate freedom. I know people are like, oh, there's all kinds of censorship, which is true. There are censorship issues, but there is everywhere. There is no true free fucking medium. Go to Twitch, find out for yourself just how true that is. You can't even you can barely give the middle finger without getting banned for 3 days.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
But I'm okay with rules and regulations. Maybe because I was in the Army for 10 years. I'm okay with rules and regulations. Doesn't bother me at all. I think it keeps things rather civil. Does it go to extremes? Sure. But the ultimate power that lies within YouTube is with you guys. You guys liking videos, you subscribing to channels, you shit fucking us in the comments section, dislikes, whatever the case may be, getting on board with merchandising, whatever it is. You guys have the ultimate fucking control of who goes up and who goes down. Look at the last
Unless you're
year.
Keemstar and disable the like bar, that is.
That's true. And look what happened to him because of it. He got fisted because of that decision.
Oh, yeah, he did. No, it was hilarious. He fucking tweeted out that the likes and dislikes were 9,000 and 9,000. I'm like, motherfucker, why don't you prove it then, if that's the case?
I don't worry about what Keem does, man. I mean, that's where I am in my thing. That's when I saw and I heard that he called fucking Scarce gay, I was prepared to do a much different video. Because I'm like, he's going back to the same old shit. But then when I saw it, he didn't really do anything, and Scarce made this big reaction. There's so much more overreaction to things that guys like Keem do than there is reality most of the time. I think most people just need to fucking if you find him entertaining, then roll with him. If not, fuck him. Yeah. You know, that really is to it. See, man, you got anything else for me? I really want to get a good longtime buddy of the channel on. In fact, I'm going to bring him on during this call.
Go ahead, man.
But I appreciate your call, man. You have yourself a really good night.
You too. Peace, man.
Take it easy, see, man. Good stuff. Long time friend of the channel. He is by far the most mammiest of all the Grammiest. It's the one and only from Reckless TV's own Graham. What's going on, man? Graham, how you doing, buddy? You're live with Dan on Dave.
I'm doing okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Now before I get into my angry self.
Yes.
I do have something positive.
Oh, that's good. Let's start positivity.
I went and got my first prostate exam, and it wasn't that bad.
Nice. Are you 40? Did you hit 40?
No, but my father just got diagnosed and treated and cured of colon and prostate cancer.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about the diagnosis. I'm very happy to hear about the cure. That's fantastic. It's always nice to hear about survivors from that awful fucking shit fuck of a disease. So I'm very happy.
Yeah, they went in and cut it all out.
Oh, man, ass cancer. Oh, God. I feel that's the way I'm going to end up going to. It's just ass cancer. It's going to be awful. But, okay, so you got the prostate exam. Was he a large-fingered bloke who did it, or what? How did it feel? What did you think of it?
No, I went around the VA system, and I decided to find the doctor with the smallest hands.
That's a good idea, usually. Very smart.
And it ended up being a really, really tiny Asian lady.
Oh, I love it. Every time that I have a dick or ball or asshole problem, it's always a woman that ends up walking through the door. And I'm just like, oh, God. So the first thing I do is I pop a boner because I'm awkward as fuck. And I'm like, no, this is not acceptable. So then I got to banter with the chick so she doesn't see my goddamn boner. And then I'm like, all right, now shove a finger up my ass and I get a boner again. It's fucked up.
I would have had a boner, but she was like 80.
I fuck Betty White right now and she's 94 years old. What the hell's your point?
Oh yeah, you do have a valid point.
Yeah, fuck a legend.
18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. If the bitch don't walk, I'll drag her ass.
That's right. That's right. So, all right, we started with the positive that your asshole is nice and fucking healthy. That's great. What's the negative? What's got you down? Because if it's not a finger in the ass, I really got to ask myself what.
Now, the guy you just had on, he touched on the whole Keemstar thing.
Yeah.
I really didn't know much about it, except for I heard people mention it here and there. Wasn't really paying too much attention to the drama. But somebody shot me a link to a conversation that was had on Keemstar's channel with him, Andy Fatanakis, and the other motherfucker.
I know where you're going. You're talking about the baited episode with the new cast, and I know exactly where you're going. Please continue.
Something that pissed me off even more than the whole Tommy NC thing.
Oh yeah.
Now I was irritated about that when I heard about that.
Yeah, because
but then a comment was made on that.
NC.
Yeah, and a comment was made on that fucking podcast that is more unacceptable than almost as unacceptable as anything else. More unacceptable because it's me. That man said
give a little
that
before you give that, give a little history on your background so people understand why you're outraged. Because I think everybody knows exactly the quote you're about to say. Give a little history on your background, just a little bit, and then go ahead and tell the quote that really pissed you off.
All right, I'm a 10-year Army vet. All right, with a CID, with aerosol under my belt. I'm decorated. Okay, I've been overseas. I've been to the sandbox. I've played around in the desert. Now, for somebody who looks like that man does and has never done a goddamn thing for his country but talk shit, for him to say that he wished one of my brothers would have died in the sandbox, that man is dead lucky that I'm a God-fearing man. Because that is the most fucked up thing you could ever say.
It's pretty fucked up. I've talked about it a few times on this channel about how it made me feel because Tommy is basically my best friend on the planet, and I've lost a lot of friends over in Iraq. Collectively, I did over 20 months in Iraq, and I lost a lot of friends. And it bugs me, but I'm letting Tommy handle it. He was going to do a response video today. I think it's going to be a lot different than people were expecting it to be, but he is sick as fuck. And he's really not able to do it justice. So he's not doing it today. Hopefully he'll be feeling well enough to do it tomorrow. I don't want to put any words in Tommy's mouth. I know it's a ridiculous situation. I understand that there's always going to be the defenders that it's a joke. But unless you've lost friends, I think it's really hard to be able to grasp what it means, to say something like that. Hey, look, I'm not one of these guys who thinks that you should never say, oh, I wish he was dead. I mean, Lord knows I've wished a couple of people ass cancer in my fucking life. But to say it is one thing. To say it because basically you were paid to say it is another. And then to be the editor of such podcast and allow it to go through, because that was a recorded podcast. It's one of those things that probably should have been taken out because Keemstar, if you know anything about the previous beta iteration with Tommy and Clown, Keemstar nixed 6 or 7 episodes or something like that because of things that made him look certain ways. So this certainly should have constituted as such. And the fact that he let it through just showed that it was just nothing but anger and hatred and vile disgustingness being thrown at Tommy's way. And I can't get behind that. So it is what it is.
No, I like the whole thing was none of my business to begin with. I had nothing to do with it. Shit, I ain't been on YouTube in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still you and Tommy. Still, y'all both brothers of mine. We both got fucked by Uncle Sam together.
That's right. We got that big red, white, and blue dick just all through us, broken off forever. I agree.
Exactly, except for mine was OD Green.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that thing had me more flustered than anything else when I heard it.
I don't hear you like this very often. Man. I really don't. I don't hear you not being able to put words together, and I've known you for over 2 years now. Never really heard you like that.
Yeah, that has kind of put me in a place that, all right, maybe it's time I should come back.
Maybe.
Because I can start laying into some asses. And me, YouTube can strike me down all they want to.
Yeah,
they have struck me down before. They're going to strike me down again.
You give zero fucks. That I mean, you want to talk about people who give like none fucks? That'd be this man right here. But look, I understand your anger, and I'm totally with you on it. But like I said, I'm gonna let Tommy handle it the way he wants to handle it, because it's our business. But in the end, it really is his business. You know what I mean? It was said about him, so whatever he does, I'm always gonna back his play. After the fact, after Tommy says what he says, I'm probably going to feel a little differently because then I can feel a lot better about going really as hard as I want to. But, this guy.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a meeting in a couple weeks, with another group of YouTubers that are vets. And, I'm a very large guy.
Yes, you are a big mammer jammer. No question. Yes.
These brothers are bigger than me.
Are they brothers that are big, or are they big brothers? Because that's
no, they are brothers that are huge.
Okay, gotcha.
They're twins.
They're
both.
So they're brothers, but are they brothers?
Oh yes.
Okay.
And I've setting up some things to go different collabs with different people, and they just so happen to be one of them. But they're going to be. I got to figure out whether or not to tell them, because they've got the money to go and travel and do dumb shit, and they don't
there's
care.
no point in any of that shit, man. I mean, do I think he should catch a beat down over something like this? No. I just don't. He said something really fucking stupid. He also apologized for it. Yeah, he removed that apology, but he did have a little bit of remorse for saying it. I rarely believe somebody deserves to catch a fist in the suck hole because of something stupid they say. Rarely.
Oh, no, you don't deserve to die. You don't deserve to die, but you do deserve a fist in the
suck
vag
holes,
box.
right in the dick hole. Maybe. Yeah, but to each his own, my friend, as always. You got anything else for me, Graham? I do want to get some other callers before we get up out of here.
Oh yeah, grab some other calls. I had to get that off my chest to somebody who would listen.
Well, I appreciate that, my friend.
And hit me up off air sometime.
Absolutely. I'm always available, motherfucker. You know where to find me. But when
right,
you do come back,
goddamn Skype.
Well, I don't. I'm off. I'm a terrible friend. What do you want me to say? When you get your shit back on, and you let me know, and I'll plug the fuck out of you. All right, buddy.
All right, bro.
Take it easy, man. Have a good night.
Yep.
That's the mammogram, folks. Let's go ahead and take another question. Joining us now, it's Ken Dog. You're live at Dead on Dave.
Oh, what's up?
What up, Ken Dog?
So I just got a couple of things to say.
Shoot.
All right. So I kind of work for Keem, so I'm not gonna diss him.
Okay.
But what Chad did was wrong,
Mhm.
and I think he did apologize for it or whatever. But
He did, and then he did remove it, though. He did, then he removed it. I hear he wanted to actually talk to Tommy, and Tommy was like having none of it. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a weird thing. He had it on Twitter, and then he removed it. Maybe he put it back up, but it certainly went up and then went back down. So,
wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. But my second question, or my second thing is, Scarce took the leafy route, in my opinion.
Right, just shot himself in the face.
He did not get the joke whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was bad. And the other thing I wanted to ask is, why aren't you on Tommy's podcast thing anymore?
Well, the reason why I'm no longer over at Shot from the Point is because I was offered the job on the new Catch 33 podcast, which is the new beta, if some people are calling it, with Tommy, myself, and Clown. And collectively, we felt me and Tommy on every single day kind of makes the podcast less special. And I have my own thing over here anyway, and I do wrestling, I do all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm always doing something. So it kind of works out for time frames. I also took another job with an amazing wrestling guy by the name of Andre Corbeil. Make sure you check him out, guys. He's absolutely fucking amazing over on the Vince Russo channel. And it's great going there as well. So this kind of just freed up a lot of things, and we really wanted to keep what we're doing with Catch 33 special.
Well, I knew you were going to be on the Catch 33, but I just didn't know why you quit Tommy's
I didn't
thing.
quit. It was just, look, I created that channel with Tommy. We created that channel together. We started the first episode together. And that was when it was just hockey. And there's been times where I've taken time off, and once because of fighting, and then the others because of just either downtime in hockey and other things. So this is nothing new. But this time, this is the one that made the most sense, because it really, if you're hearing us every single day, why the fuck do you need to hear us on Catch 33? So it just made sense to let some of the other guys. We got a great team over there, the Shot from the Point team, Jeff Huffman, Frenchie Ben, Matt Kazar, all these guys, they're fantastic at what they do. So giving them a little bit more of a platform is something I was very much behind as well.
All right. I don't really think I had anything else I wanted to ask.
All right, sweet. Ken, I appreciate that, man. You have yourself a really good night, and feel free to call back in anytime.
All right, I will.
Take it easy. Ken Dog! Peace. Good stuff. We are taking your calls live on Skype. David Ventura, DAVIDVANCURA, and of course that number, 702-751-2902. Feel free to call in. Now's your time. Before I get up out of here, we got Monday Night Raw tonight we're doing as well. That's right. If you're a wrestling fan, if you're here because you love the wrestling, go ahead and call in later tonight after Monday Night Raw. I'll be live once again. Did I say Catch 22 again? Did I say, because Isaiah Ross says Catch 22. Did I say Catch 22? Catch 33, stupid. I keep doing that. Too many concussions. Let's take another caller. David Osborne, you're live with That on Dave. What you got?
Hey.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh.
No, now I can't. I don't know what happened. Now you died. Shit. That's unfortunate. I can no longer hear you. I'm going to take another call. Shit. Oh, well. 347. You're live with That on Dave. What you got?
Dude, that whole Keemstar thing, I think you were way too easy with him. You should have,
Which
you
part?
Really tore into him.
On what? On which part? What thing are you talking about?
Not with Keemstar, with Scarce. Just because anybody who gets offended when somebody says you're gay should be hung.
Nah, that's ridiculous. Nah, come on, man. Look, Scarce is awkward. All right, he Scarce. I'm sure. Look, I'm an awkward motherfucker myself, so I'm going to defend him on this because I do think it's fair. When something happens like that, and a lot of people are telling you, "Oh man," especially some of the new circles that Scarce seems to be running in, a bunch of people in his ear saying, "Oh, King called you gay. King called you gay." So it gets to Scarce, and Scarce is like, "Well, I've got to respond." And keep in mind, he's awkward as fuck. He just responded in a really bad, awkward fucking way. I'm not going to say he needs to be hung because he took offense to someone calling him gay or he wanted to defend the fact that he wasn't gay, whatever the case may be. That's his fucking prerogative. But I'm certainly going to call him fucking awkward because that's, I think, really the only thing he's guilty of is being unbelievably awkward.
Nah, it is. I feel like if we all were so fucking homophobic, I mean,
I don't know if
none of this would be an issue.
I don't know if it was homophobia. I think, look, for one, that statement is ridiculous. Not everybody collectively is not homophobic. In fact, we live in the most goddamn accepting time in the history of the human fucking race of everything. People want to talk about how repressive shit is. Go back to the 1940s, man. Do people not go back to the 1840s? Go back to the. We are living in literally. I'm using that word correctly today, folks. Literally the most accepting time in history. The problem is, it's never going to be enough, because the more that things get accepted, the more other things. Look, there are advocates out there right now for pedophilia. There are advocates trying to fight in the court system that pedophilia basically be fucking legalized. It's a small movement now, but it's certainly, so is a lot of movements that started up. There is a lot of crazy movements, and it's all about acceptance. So I can't get behind that statement of everybody's homophobic, and if everybody wasn't, everything would be fine. That's ridiculous, because it's not true.
I wasn't saying that everyone's homophobic. I think we have a homophobia issue. I think it's definitely better than it was, say, 100 years ago. Of course, we have progressed,
sure,
for sure, but it's still an issue. I mean,
there's always going to be homophobes. There's always going to be homophobes. There's always going to be racists. There's always going to be misogynists. There's always going to be people who hate fat fucks like me. There's always going to be people who hate midgets. There's always going to be people who hate mongoloids. You cannot stop things that people don't understand. Most people don't like certain groups of people because they simply see them and go, ooh, that's different. Ew. They don't know anything about the culture of the race that they're fucking hating on. A lot of it's upbringing. I'm not making excuses. It's simply just a fucking fact that is never going to be extinguished completely. So getting mad about it is actually less sensical than fucking what the people are doing in the first place. Because wanting to create more of an anger culture over the people that are already being stupid when ignoring them does a hell of a lot better of a job of extinguishing it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Please continue. Got anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. There's been pasty white midget priests molesting little boys in confession since the beginning of time, and there's always going to be that.
Well, there's also been Subway spokesmen fucking molesting fucking little kids since the beginning of Subway.
Yeah, but
I mean, like,
I like the priest narrative a little better.
Because it's a lot scarier, because it fits your fucking worldview a hell of a lot better. But it's the percentages aren't that fucking higher, man. Like, please continue. I'm sorry, I have to stop you every time you say something slightly ridiculous, which seems to be every sentence.
Oh no! I mean, I just think it's a little. These people get a little ridiculous. So what is up with all this? Like, I'm not that big into YouTube, but it seems like this YouTube drama that you guys are all in. It seems kind of ridiculous. Like, you're taking it a little bit too seriously. Like, get your money.
Well, let me ask you. Well, that's part of it. That's all. Look, whenever you're making money in any form of entertainment, and I think a big part of the disconnect is people don't see YouTube quite yet as the same form of entertainment as, say, the music industry or radio or Hollywood. But it is. It is something that you're putting out for people to consume, and now it's commercialized as well with advertisement and all of that stuff. So it really is, by definition, the exact same thing. Now, with all those other situations, music industry, TV industry, what do you have? You have news agencies that cover them. You have E! Entertainment. You got TMZ. You have all these entities that bring up all the drama that's going on within the life of those celebrities. And YouTube celebrities are no fucking different. The only difference is we're kind of policing our own by having Drama Alert and Scarce and even the Baited podcast and all these different things that are talking about the things that are going on. We're kind of policing our own in a way. So it's an interesting concept, but I think it's something that'll grow as far as acceptance over time. All right?
Right. I mean, I love drama for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I love seeing. I just think if you guys are going to go in for real. You need to come on your show and just say F everybody.
Why? Because that's ridiculous. No, get out of here, 347. I love how ridiculous you are. Just get out. Get over the top rope. Fuck. First guy I've thrown over the top rope tonight. And think about your goddamn life choices. Fuck me, Huffman.
Is this the same guy that says Nakamura isn't over?
Yes, I believe that was the same fucking guy.
Then why are you even surprised?
I don't know. By the way, joining us now, the one and only, the great Jeff Huffman from Grand Slam Entertainment. Make sure you go sub if you've yet to do so. He's doing a lot of streams lately. Go check him out. He's doing a lot of great work, and he's here.
Somebody on this team has to be good at video games.
Yes, fuck you. Play something that I actually play. I'll fuck you up.
Like what? MLB The Show?
Well, wait till I get it, motherfucker. When I get that game, I'm gonna stomp you out next year. I'm gonna griff you all over your face.
Use the Cubs where everybody's a 99 overall.
Why? I'm a Cubs fan. Look behind me, you cock. Of course I'm gonna use the Cubs.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I think I could fox with you in WWE as well. I think I can do that.
Yeah. Definitely.
The only problem is I live in Germany with shit internet, and if I lose, even if the internet's not bad, I'm gonna blame it because.
And the matches go a half hour when you're against a computer. I mean, the matches will never end.
That's right.
Because nobody stays down.
No. Nobody stays down. It's just everybody is John Cena.
Everybody's
versus
John
Roman Reigns.
Cena.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I beat you, motherfucker. What else? What's going on, man? What do you got for me, buddy?
Good Winter Classic today. That was good to see.
Yeah, I'm sure
That
you
was-
loved that. St. Louis over Chicago 4-1. That sucked balls.
Yeah.
The
Crawford
Blackhawks
Crawford kept you guys in that game. He was a vacuum
He
that
came back.
entire game. Oh,
I didn't know he came back.
what? Yeah, he's been back for a couple weeks now.
Has
back
he?
from the
Fuck me.
Yeah, back from the appendectomy.
Wow. Jeez, I'm out of the game.
No.
Blackhawks never seem to do very well in the Winter Classic. Remember the rule, though. We can't talk for hockey for more than 45
That's
seconds on a
true.
non-hockey channel. 'cause that
Exactly,
won't go
exactly.
away. It's just the rule.
People seem to be focused on Scarce,
Mm-hmm.
and to be fair, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I think that's a normal reaction when a guy like Censor takes his shirt off. I'd be like, oh well, that's not me. So, thank you for.
I guess. I mean, the reaction, yes, but the reaction to being called gay, I think, is a little. Well, it's awkward, is what it is. It was just.
See,
an
I
awkward
haven't
response.
seen that yet.
Oh yeah, you got to watch it. Oh my god, it's because Keem calls him. He like in passing. First, he clickbaited the fuck out of his last drama alert because he says, "Goddamn, Scarce is gay," and then I shit you not, he says Scarce is gay. He says, "What is Scarce gay?" That quick. And that was it. Then he moved the fuck on. It was a non-story. It was a non-story. It was just a jab at Scarce. That's all it was. And that's okay. Fuck it. It was funny. All right. Scarce does his show, which he did not do video game footage with. He's doing more FaceTime stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Which is all kinds of interesting. And he sat there for about 3.5 minutes and explained all the reasons why he's not gay. And he did it in the most awkward fucking way possible.
There's a pretty easy way to do it that can solve it in about 5 seconds or less. You go on there and say, "I have no craving for penis."
Yes, none at all. I know I need no beef injections. Zero.
He was just in a hotel room with Zoe Berger, Celestia Vega, and Abigail Mandler.
I love that you know all those names. Yes, he was. And all you had to do was come on, show that picture, and then a big fuck you. That
Right,
was it.
that would have been my exact reaction. I would have retweeted that video that Zoe Berger's got pinned on her Twitter.
But Scarce is awkward.
Yeah.
He's painfully awkward. And I like Scarce. And again, I want to send
That's
out my
okay.
deepest condolences to Scarce because his cat did pass away today. And in all seriousness, that's fucked up. I really, I lost my bunny of 12 years. Here he is again for those who didn't see him. This is my bunny for
sucked.
like 12
Yeah, that
years.
sucks.
Love this bunny to death. When you lose a cat or an animal or a dog, whatever type of animal that you have, when you've had them a long time, it's fucking gut-wrenching. So I don't want to beat up on Scarce
is.
too much because I do feel bad for him.
I've been there, been there, done that. It blows.
Loss sucks if it's human or animal, man. It doesn't matter what it is. Loss fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Yep.
does. By any chance, did you see that new promo yet for Catch 33? Did you see that?
Yeah, actually, Sparks linked me to it, and I lost my mind because it was awesome.
God.
It was awesome.
It's amazing. It's so good. I'm going to play it again in a second because it's so amazing.
Yes, please play it again.
I'm going to play it again. You want me to play it
Well,
while
I
you're on
won't
the
be
phone?
able to. Yes,
Okay.
even though I won't be able to see it for
All
like
right.
30 seconds.
Just
yeah.
hang out. Don't say anything for the next 30 seconds. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. We're going to play it again by the wonderful The Lord Vega, who made this outstanding promo for Catch 33. Here it is in case you didn't catch it earlier. Thank you. Here we go. Check it out.
They can do their own cast. I'll do my own cast.
Come do a new podcast with us.
What do you think, Dead on Dave?
Well, I wish I wasn't wearing a Stay Puft Marshmallow hat when I got this news. Oh shit, that is some hot fire right
Yes.
there, man. That is the hottest of fire. Oh, I love it. It's amazing. Oh, it gets
I
me
couldn't
good
hear.
fire.
I couldn't hear a thing, but yeah, it was
That's
still
gonna
pretty
change
awesome.
in the next couple of days.
I was gonna say, why haven't you had this figured out already?
Well, apparently I could have had it figured out a while ago with a internal or like a virtual mixer, but I've got a real one now because you guys are so amazing and everything that you've supported this channel with. I was actually able to afford some upgrades. So this microphone is going bye-bye. This new mixer getting hooked up in the next couple of days. The new microphone should be here tomorrow, maybe the next day, and I cannot wait. And we are going to be bringing some new shit. There's a new desk in front of me as well. which I'm very happy about because it makes my life so much easier. I was on this small little desk earlier, but now I got all this great new shit, these new toys. You're going to be able to hear things. It's amazing.
Oh my God. We can hear sound bites. That'll be, oh my God.
I'm so excited.
Possibilities are endless.
I'm so excited. I feel like I just found a piece of chocolate in my pocket. It's amazing. What else you got for me, Mr. Huffman?
Not a whole bunch. Not a whole bunch. Just wanted to pop in and say what's up.
Well, I always love when you pop in. That's fucking fantastic. We're gonna do the Monday Night Raw review a little bit later on tonight.
Provided that it's not cancer. But
I haven't made it through Raw in 2 weeks due to technical issues and just sheer fucking boredom. I think tonight with Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman in a fucking somebody die match. And then the returning Goldberg and all of that good stuff. I think tonight should be passable, but we'll see.
Well, that's good. I like death, so
yeah, it's always good.
Death is always good. Death brings in ratings.
It does.
And after last week, they losing to SmackDown. They're gonna need them.
The only death that is happening with WWE is that ratings, the number of ratings just dying. It's not good. But hey, SmackDown kicked some ass last week. Last 2 weeks, SmackDown's been awesome, so it's good stuff.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
All right, man. Mr. Huffman, I appreciate it. Go tell all the kids exactly what you do on your channel, where they can find you, and on the Twitters. Go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, well, here on YouTube, like Dave said, you can find me at Grand Slam Entertainment. Been doing a lot of game streams lately because, like I said, somebody on this team has to be good at video games. And I'd like to think I'm that guy.
Yeah, that's right. You're that guy.
Yeah, do a lot of first-person shooters. I also do some talk about sports and So put out the occasional drama video, giving my quick 2 cents on that, just in case I become a screensaver on Shopping the Point, and due to the fact that Tommy doesn't breathe, sometimes hard to get a word in. So
sometimes, yeah.
So I'll probably throw something up on my channel just to give my little opinion on that.
There you go. And where are you on Twitter?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my Twitter handle is still GrandSlam87. I haven't changed that yet.
You should probably get around to that.
No, I think I'll wait 2 years like the mic.
That's smart. There you go. Huffman, it's always great to hear from you. I love you, buddy. I'm going to take some other calls, and I'm going to get out of here and get a little rest before Raw.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. Talk to you later. Mr. Huffman, everyone. Is it Luke Morley says, are you selling that mic, Dave? It's funny that you asked that question because I'm actually thinking about doing a giveaway with this mic. This mic is a Mic Crypt USB S1. I've had it for like 4 years. It is 3 years, something like that. It's literally the microphone that I've done all of my work on this channel on. It's been a really good mic. I enjoy this microphone a lot, but it's a condenser microphone. I could go on with this mic because I don't think I sound all that bad, but it is a condenser, and I am in a goddamn echo chamber. I'm in fucking concrete ceiling of emotion. I'm in a concrete room of emotion, and I need to go to a dynamic mic, and I need to upgrade a little bit because I am playing with much bigger boys. And when you're playing with bigger boys, you got to have bigger toys. So we are upgrading. So I think I might do a giveaway with this microphone. I'm not exactly sure. Or I might set it on fire and blow it up. I don't know what I'm going to do. Haven't decided yet. It's a USB mic, so it's still useful. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do at some point, and believe me, there will be a video on it. Let's take some more callers before we get up out of here. 480, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
How's it going, man?
Living the dream, baby.
I just wanted to say, why the hell is Money in the Bank a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view?
I don't know, and why does it matter? Who gives a shit?
I don't know why they just can't do it at Mania and do 3 guys from SmackDown and 3 guys from Raw. I don't know why they can't do that.
Hold on 1 second. Because I don't care about this topic. Give me a second. PVS Sweetie Pie. Dave will fall asleep and no Raw review until tomorrow, I bet. How much would you like to bet, PVS Sweetie Pie? Bet you any amount that you fucking want. Any amount. Because I'm making that Raw review tonight. I don't give a fuck if it's a shit fuck of a show. I'm making it. You shut your damn mouth when you're talking to me, PVS Sweetie Pie. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. 480, go ahead and continue to bore me.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about the topic anymore then. Raw
so we're not really doing a wrestling show. I mean, we are taking wrestling questions if they come up, but I mean, you're like the first one. I've been on an hour. You're like literally the first guy.
That's why I asked the wrestling question.
And I'm still doing wrestling-related call-in shows. I mean, I'm going to do at least once a week. That's not the reviews. The reviews are still going to be happening, but I'm at least going to do 1, probably 2 wrestling call-in shows a week. So they're still going to happen. But go ahead. I'll give you one more quick wrestling question, and then we're going to go ahead and move the fuck on because I'm going to kill myself.
Are you interested in me admitting that Kevin Owens is not a good champion?
Ooh, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, his title reign has not been good. It hasn't. And I don't know if it's all his fault. Maybe some of it is with the booking, but yeah, maybe he's just not cut out to be a main eventer. Who knows?
I don't agree.
I have no idea.
I don't think this. Look, I think for the amount of for the people that he's had to be in there with, I don't think it's been that bad of a reign. I think he's done a pretty decent job considering the circumstances. Look, the fact is they should have pulled the trigger with Triple H a hell of a lot longer. They didn't. That hurt Kevin Owens. They should have not put Roman Reigns into the title situation. They did. That hurts Kevin Owens. Finn Balor shouldn't have never ever got hurt. He did. That also kind of hurt Kevin Owens. All of it has been, and considering all of those things and being saddled in some ways with Chris Jericho, which has been great at times, but don't get me wrong, when WWE does stuff, they tend to overdo it and they make it a little less bearable. It's not an easy situation. So I think all things considered, his first title reign is not going to be all that bad. And I think it sets him up for a much more successful one in the future. That's my opinion.
He's definitely, he's definitely going to win it again. But I don't think his reign has been as bad as Rollins' is. That one was terrible.
I disagree there too. I thought Rollins' reign was actually pretty damn good. It was a classic weasel heel reign, man. It had some issues, mainly because there was fucking fight anybody, it felt like. But it wasn't that bad of a reign. It was classic weasel heel, and I do kind of like that. It went on for too long, but it was classic weasel heel. 480, I appreciate the call, buddy. Make sure you call in tonight after Monday Night Raw, okay?
Definitely will, man. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Take it easy. I want to assure people that I am never abandoning wrestling. A lot of people say, Dave, you should split your channel. This is Dead on Dave Productions. This isn't over-the-top rope entertainment. None of that shit. This is Dead on Dave Productions. That means I can talk about whatever I wants, forever I wants to. That's basically what it means. And I'm going to continue to do that. And the fact is, I love wrestling. Love it. So I'm going to continue to do all the things that I do. Guess what? I've got little playlists. I got playlists that have everything nice and organized. If you don't want to watch wrestling, you don't have to. You can go to the playlist that suits you, which will probably be Dead on Dave Live. So there's no reason to split the channel. I'm going to continue to do my reviews and all that good stuff because that's what brought me to the dance one way or another. I mean, I understand people are like, oh, no, you just got lucky because Tommy fought with Keem. You might be right about that. But people wanted me on the podcast because of the things that I have done starting with wrestling. So I'm always going to be loyal to that. Let's take another caller. It's Mac. I'm not sure which Mac, but you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Mac. You've got to turn your microphone on, Mr. Mac. Are you there yet? Oh, Mac. He's not here. All right. Over the top rope you go. That's unfortunate. I would have loved to have heard what you said, but you did not. You're unable to get it up and rise to the occasion. So there you go. Let's look back at everybody up in the chat. We got Coulter Adamson. We got Rodlin hanging out. We got Peril Kush. Lurkin Aeon still doing her thing, keeping all you monkeys in line. Is it Luke Morley is here? I don't like wrestling, and I said this to Dave when I first subbed, and I don't want him to split his channel. I love Dave's opinion on everything. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Isaiah Ross. To a lot of people, though, Dave, this is a wrestling channel. Well, it could be both. It doesn't matter if I've only ever done wrestling, then you'd have a point. But I've done Nerd and the Jerk on this channel since its inception. I've done video games on this channel since its inception. So no, that doesn't do it for me. I've always done nerd stuff. I've always done other things. Now I'm just kind of going into other things that are interest of me. And these are all just call-ins. This is the first Dead on Dave Live that I've done that had an extra topic that was YouTube drama related. And I think it's gone very well. I've taken some wrestling questions, so it was what it was. It is what it was. Isaiah Ross is a cunt, man. He really is. Just an annoying dude. This is why he's been banned in the past. But I'm not going to ban him. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and have him think about his life choices. Yeah, think about your life choices for a few seconds. Jesus Christ. I thought you were the cause of Joe Cronin. Yes, Joe Cronin gave me a huge break. Yes, there's no question. I did a lot of things for Joe Cronin. I'm very proud of all my time with Joe Cronin. I don't need people fucking trying to shame me and shit fuck me. Because, okay, Jesus Christ, that time is over with. Love what Joe Cronin and I did together. It's one of my favorite periods ever. We had a year of fucking awesomeness. Must have been good, but it's over now. So stop throwing it in my face, fucking Isaiah, you dick. There you go. How about that? All right. So there's no question that a lot of people have helped me get to where I am. And I'm not even that far. Joe Cronin, I can't thank him enough. I thank him every time that I hit a new milestone because starting out with him was huge. Tommy C, obviously. Jesus Christ, he is lugging my ass up the mountain with him. Even Keemstar. None of that shit happens. This ain't happening. ColossalisCrazy for believing in me. All of you guys for continuing to support me. Nobody does this shit on their own. Nobody. So, I think that is about going to wrap it up. I don't think there's really much more to talk about than that. Last chance to call in. If you want to call in, now is the time. We're going to get out of here on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura, and of course, number 702-751-2902. Poxy's, you got a good singing voice. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. That's right. That's right. Love it. Thank you. It is Luke Morley. Channel's been touched up since it was Mr. Duck, but I now have some content. We'll go check out Mr. Duck, or is it Luke Morley? Go check him out. Good stuff. Good stuff. The Vortex. You should never let Joe Cronin. He has the... What the fuck? I didn't leave Joe Cronin, Vortex. That's the thing. I didn't leave him. I was told to go twice, so I left. I didn't leave him. Jesus Christ. He did do a lot for me, but like that's such a dumb argument. Like all I do is show appreciation. I didn't go back at him when all that stupid, crazy shit fucking happened. No, I stayed quiet. What the fuck is your point? Loyalty does not mean getting shit on and taking it. That doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing with the Keemstar thing. Keemstar keeps saying that Tommy should fucking be loyal to him. Well, what is loyalty? Loyalty means just let fucking bad shit happen no matter what? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all, man. You gotta think for yourself. That's all. That's all there is to it. I'm very appreciative for everything Joe Cronin did to me. In fact, I talked to Joe Cronin earlier today. In fact, on Twitter, him and we had a conversation today. Because somebody tried to start some shit with something that I said last night when I compared him to Keemstar. You know the difference between him and Keemstar? I think that Cronin's a better person. Because I don't know who Keem is. I think I've seen very, very good aspects of who Joe Cronin is. He's just very impulsive, and sometimes shit happens. That's all there is to it. And I talked to him this morning. So, eat me. All right? So, hey, I appreciate everybody who's been here. We've had a good time tonight, and I thank you guys all for hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, supporting everything that we do here. Make sure you're checking out ColossalisCrazy, Tommy C, the Lord Vega, who made this amazing promo. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God. So great. Such a great promo. I love it. And the new channel art. Oh, so wonderful. My God. Go check all that good stuff out. And I hope you guys are really enjoying the content. We're trying to step it up here. We're trying to continue to throw more stuff on for you guys. And I hope you're enjoying it, man. Let me know what you think of it. Hit me up on the Twitters at DeadOnDaveV. And make sure you're following us on the Catch33 Twitter, Catch33Pod. Okay? Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious. I cannot move my fucking mouse. Keep it copious. And peace.